What's going on, guys? My name is EposVox, and welcome to my Halo Spartan Assault review. Sorry, I just dropped my remote for recording. The formal title of this review is being called Halo Spartan Assault: The Good, the Bad, and the Mobile. Now, a couple things to note is that even though I let's played the game as a formal PC game, and many may take it to be a PC game if you're playing it on PC, Halo Spartan Assault is a mobile game. It is designed and intended to be played on mobile platforms, such as Windows Phone and Windows Tablet. Putting it on PC is actually just a side bonus of Windows 8 being on PC. It's not really the intended purpose of the game itself. Halo Spartan Assault came out for Windows 8 and Windows devices on July 18th, although apparently it's not going to be available for anybody who has a Windows phone or tablet that is under a service other than Verizon, which is probably most people, until August 16th, so that's almost an entire month later. And those who are using Windows phones that have less than a gig of RAM, that won't be available till some other time in August, so keep that in mind. The gameplay of Halo Spartan Assault is designed to give players a quick short bursts of combat-based gameplay. There's about 25 6-minute missions, which provides a few hours of gameplay. 25 6-minute missions where you just go in and kill stuff and progress the story along. Obviously, Halo is a first-person shooter franchise, but you can't exactly get the complex gameplay mechanics that a first-person shooter like Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo Reach, etc. has on a mobile device, especially with touchscreens and things like that. So clearly they're going to have to simplify game mechanics here. So this game actually takes place from an isometric viewpoint, top-down style, which gives a very arcade-style feel to the game. Kind of reminds me of playing Diablo or Gauntlet Dark Legacy on the PS3 or PS2, things like that. You aim and shoot with the same button, so you just kind of point in a direction and your guy shoots in that direction. You do not have to reload yourself, it reloads automatically, you just have a certain set amount of ammo. You have a grenade button, and then you can pick up and swap weapons and grenades. For me, playing on PC, the controls were very clunky and felt completely unpolished. The just general movement and aiming did not feel anywhere near as smooth as from a game that I would expect to be released from someone, who put out Halo. I would expect a pretty smooth and polished experience. Controls were very clunky. It did not feel smooth or fluid or polished at all. And then I had an issue where no matter how many I would spam right click to get it to throw a grenade, and maybe a third of the time when I wanted to throw a grenade, it would throw a grenade. Otherwise, it'd just be like nothing happened. And that actually got me killed a couple times, which is really frustrating when doing a playthrough of a game to die because it's not doing what you tell it to do. There's also a few, what I consider game-breaking glitches in the game, wherein if you get in a vehicle, the vehicle will just completely lock up and you will die. You can't get out of it, you can't move, you can't really do anything. At one point in my Let's Play, which I left in there to show the glitch, I got in a ghost, I completely locked up, a couple wraiths shot at me, and as soon as I went to die, I guess because my ghost and I weren't where I was supposed to be, the entire game just crashed back to the Windows 8 start menu. I don't think so. Wait, what just happened? God damn it, not again. Seriously? Seriously. And the game itself crashed. So there's a glitch. Alright, we will be restarting Chapter E in the next episode, which is extremely frustrating when you're buying power weapons that you only get to use once, which I will touch on a little bit. The primary goal of the story of this game is to fill the story gap between Halo 3 and Halo 4, and it's supposed to do so via short quick missions that anybody can play through on the go without having to read a book or play through a formal game. It makes it more accessible to everybody. On a basic level, it does do this to some extent. Now, we all know normal storytelling of the shooter genre is basically linear missions. You play from point A to point B, kill stuff in between, and you play through the set of linear missions to enact the story of the game. You're basically like playing through a book or playing through a movie. This one is set up a bit different. This is actually meant to take place, like, the The game itself is basically like a history lesson that the Spartan 4s on the UNSC Infinity go through while they're taking a break from War Games, which is the matchmaking multiplayer in Halo 4. So it's basically like a history lesson in between multiplayer sessions. And so everything's told from a historical point of view, like it's told in the past tense, which really throws things off for a video game. So you line up to your mission, you watch the first cinematic for the mission, and it basically walks you through what your character has already done. The main character you play as most of the time is Spartan Palmer, you play a little as Spartan Davis. So it basically tells you what your Spartan did to complete the mission. Then you're presented with a couple very lengthy paragraphs with very big words, which is really weird for a mobile platform where kids will probably play. And again, it walks you through what your Spartan did. And then you play the mission and do exactly what it said you did. I appreciate it trying to be a history lesson. I appreciate that aspect, but the way it's going about telling the story just feels really wrong. It feels not right. It doesn't even feel like, it's not supposed to be this way. It just doesn't feel right. Like, what's the point of playing through the mission if you just told me like twice what my character already did? And especially for those that don't want spoilers, that's like the ultimate spoiler. Not only are you finding out the secrets of the story, you are finding out exactly what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. I really don't like it. It's like basically this person, your character went and killed this guy and then jumped on a ship. Now go kill this guy and jump on a ship. Where's the fun in that, really? And like I said, the words are really big in the paragraph. I have no trouble reading them, but it's kind of weird to expect everybody to have that kind of vocabulary. And for mobile reading, who the hell is going to read all of that? I had enough trouble trying to read it out loud while I'm reading it in my Let's Play. Now, the thing that makes me the most mad about this game, because I had fun with the game. It was simple, it was quick, and I had fun with it. But what really makes me mad about it is the way they're trying to grab money with it. I feel like everything having to do, just a side note here, I feel like everything having to do with the Halo franchise since 343 took over has been nothing but money grabbing. It's like, hey, people are still interested in Halo, let's run it to the ground. It's really frustrating. I feel the exact same thing is happening here with Halo Spartan Assault. One thing to note, mobile games are usually very cheap. That's why people buy them, that's why people play them. Angry Birds, Plants vs. Zombies, things like that. You buy mobile apps, you either get them for free, or you buy them for like 99 cents or $2.99 at the most. Like, that's considered an expensive app. Maybe $5. So obviously, Halo Spartan Assault cannot be like a full $60 launch or even a $15 launch. So instead, it's $7. Pretty reasonable. But then, of course, you do have to expect that Microsoft will want to make up their money. I was not expecting them to do so in this way. The way they were making up their money is through your loadouts. Yes, this game has loadouts just like Halo 4 in that you're given a default class, which varies mission to mission, and sometimes it gives you the stupidest guns, like a focus rifle and a plasma pistol. Both are completely useless in this game, but that's what it's going to make you start with. And then there's an armor ability and a booster. And if you want to upgrade those, you have a couple options you can choose from by using in-game experience points. That makes perfect sense. Use your experience points, swap out a weapon. Use your experience points, get a booster. Or if you played Halo 4 matchmaking, you get unlocks for a couple power weapons that you get to use. However, to get access to most of the weapons, or if you don't have enough experience points, or if you want to use other boosters, you have to use their credits. Their credits you buy with money. You can get 500 credits for $3, all the way up to 10,000 credits for $40. The game costs $7. You mean to tell me that somebody's actually going to put $40 fucking dollars into a game that you paid $7 for? Where is the... It makes me mad. It's not even the worst part. It's like, sure, okay, you're selling microcurrency to give you in-game items. You only get to use them once. You only get to use them once. So you create your load, you're giving your loadout, you're like, hey, I'm going to use a rocket launcher instead of a freaking plasma pistol. I have a few hundred credits, let's buy a rocket launcher. As soon as you finish that one mission you played, it's over. You don't get the rocket launcher anymore, you have to rebuy it. Even if you play through the exact same mission, no, gotta buy it again. You have 6 minutes of using a weapon, and then you have to buy it again. With real money. That is the most money-sucking, just process I have ever heard of, and it frustrates me to no end. Now let's talk about the launch, and then I will be done talking to you guys. The launch so far, and to me, it's still in launch. Like, it didn't just launch, it's launching into the ground, but it has been the most rocky launch I've seen of any game in existence. First of all, they never told us when the game was coming out. It was just coming out in July 2013. Thanks, guys. Then they teased us on Halo Waypoint's website the day before that it's coming out July 18th. Okay? Well, that really throws me off. I was hoping to do a day one Let's Play 1080p, since I'm the only, I'm one of few people who actually have a setup capable of doing so on the PC. Let me do that. Well, when they tell you the day before and I worked that day, that didn't really work out, but I had a few hours before work I was going to record. July 18th rolls around. Where's the game? Nothing is said until like 2 hours before it releases, and someone finally tweets out that, oh hey, this game is coming out at 4 p.m. Pacific time today. What the hell kind of launch time is that, and why weren't we notified sooner? So then I gotta wait till I get home that day, and blah blah blah. That's fine. Well, as I mentioned before, apparently the game isn't even out for half the people that would be able to play it. It's only out on Verizon networks or on the PCs. If you have AT&T or any other thing, most networks that people would have Windows phones for, you're shit out of luck until August 16th. And if you only have a phone with 512 megabytes of RAM, you're definitely shit out of luck. So the game's still launching. The game hasn't even launched yet, and the game that has launched that I got to play still had some issues. There were the controls felt completely unpolished. Glitches that I think should have, to me, those are glitches that should not exist at all. Those aren't even things that they could have just missed. Like, if there's some graphical issue, or just, I break a level, then fine, I will let that pass. But when I just get in a ghost and my game dies, after I spent my one-time use experience points on a sniper rifle for that level, I'm pissed. All the anger and all the hatred aside, I did enjoy the game. Do not get me wrong. For what it is, the 6-minute missions playing through quickly, I enjoyed my time with it overall. It was fun. I got a little bit of the story filled in, even if it was very confusing with all the historical nonsense and big words and stuff. But I enjoyed my time, and it filled in some of the gaps between Halo 3 and Halo 4. So to me, it did its job. However, I think the game needs a lot of work, and was overall a very piss-poor launch. Oh, I didn't even mention one thing. The game was promised to have Xbox 360 controller support. It does not have it. It's apparently not getting in until a month after launch. Some random time that nobody knows, and they probably won't know until the day before. So, that's a feature that should be with launch in the game that they're just not bothering to develop yet. So that's cool. But yeah, I did enjoy my time with the game. It was alright. It was short, it was quick. I did enjoy that I got to beat it and finish it in like a couple days. Powering through it, or I could have extended it and still enjoyed it over a lengthier amount of time. I just wish they would have done a better job with the launch and the game overall. It's my review on Halo Spartan Assault, guys. It is good, it is bad, and it is mobile, and it is a huge disappointment in the growing list of disappointing releases in the recent Halo franchise. Hope you enjoyed, guys, and I will see you next time. Stick noob! That grunt just tried to stick itself? What? Without being a suicide? Yeah. That grunt just killed himself. Oh, that's great. Okay.
Without being a suicide? Yeah.